The first time my husband slept in his car, I thought we had fought too much. Married people fight. It happens. But what scared me was not the fight. It was the reason he gave the next morning. He said he didn't feel safe sleeping inside the house. Inside his own house. With his own family. At first I thought he was joking. But he wasn't laughing. How it started. My name is Ada. I live in Abuja. My husband Tund and I have been married for 9 years. 2 children. Normal life. Work. School runs. Weekend church. Nothing dramatic. Then one night everything changed. I woke up around 2 a.m. The other side of the bed was empty. At first I thought Tund went to the bathroom. But after 10 minutes he still hadn't come back. So I got up. The house was quiet. Too quiet. The bathroom light was off. The living room was empty. Then I looked outside through the window. And I saw something strange. The car in the compound was running. Headlights off. Engine on. My stomach felt tight. I walked outside slowly. And there he was. My husband. Sitting inside the car. Wide awake. Staring straight ahead. The first lie. When I opened the car door he jumped. Like someone who had been caught. What are you doing here? I asked. He forced a smile. Just thinking. At 2 a.m.? He shrugged. I couldn't sleep. Something about the way he said it felt wrong. But I didn't push. Everyone has stressful days. So we went back inside. But the next night, it happened again. The second night. This time I didn't wake up by accident. I woke up because I heard the door. Very quietly. Like someone trying not to make noise. I stayed still. Listening. Then I heard the gate open. I got up and looked outside. The same thing again. The car. Engine running. My husband sitting inside. Just staring at the house. Not at his phone. Not sleeping. Just watching the house. That was when I felt the first real fear. Because this was not normal behavior. The next morning I asked him directly. Why are you sleeping in the car? He avoided my eyes. I told you. I can't sleep sometimes. Then sit in the living room. He didn't answer. That silence lasted too long. Finally, I said something that made him uncomfortable. You're acting like you're afraid of something inside this house. He looked at me quickly. Too quickly. Then he laughed. But the laugh sounded forced. That's ridiculous. 3 nights later something happened that made everything worse. Around midnight I heard footsteps in the compound. But this time the car engine was off. So I checked the bedroom. Tund was still sleeping beside me. I looked out the window again. And my heart dropped. Because the car door was open. Wide open. But nobody was inside. The next morning I asked the security guard who watches the street. "Did you see my husband outside last night?" The man looked confused. "Madam, your husband has been sleeping in that car almost every night." My stomach twisted. "What do you mean every night?" He looked surprised. "You didn't know?" Then he said something that made my skin cold. "He comes out around 2 a.m. and stays there until morning." That made no sense. Because some of those nights, he was in bed beside me, sleeping. That evening I confronted Tund again. This time he looked exhausted. Like someone who had been hiding something too long. Finally he spoke. "I didn't want to scare you." My heart started racing. "Scare me with what?" He looked toward the hallway. Toward the children's rooms. Then he whispered something that still makes my skin crawl. "Someone else has been walking in this house at night." I stared at him. "What?" He continued quietly. "The first night I saw it, I thought I was dreaming." My throat felt dry. "What did you see?" He hesitated. Then he said, "A man standing in the living room." The silence after that felt heavy. "A stranger?" Tund shook his head slowly. "No." Then he looked at me in a way I had never seen before. Like he was afraid of the answer. It looked exactly like me. The part that still doesn't make sense. We installed cameras in the house after that. Just to prove nothing strange was happening. The first 2 nights. Nothing appeared. Then on the 3rd night the camera recorded something. At exactly 2:13 a.m. The bedroom door opened. And someone walked out. Someone wearing my husband's clothes. Walking exactly like him. But the strange thing was this. The camera inside the bedroom still showed Tund sleeping in the bed. At the exact same time. We moved out of that house 2 months later. New neighborhood. New start. No more strange nights. But sometimes, when Tund wakes up suddenly in the middle of the night, he sits very still for a few seconds, listening. Then he looks toward the door. Like he's checking if someone is about to walk out again. Someone who looks exactly like him.